Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 79 of Survival of the Fitted. You're chilling here with your boy Joe Williams, aka Joe Buck. We got none other than my co-host Ian Pierre in the building, and we got a first-time podcast appearance from the man, the myth, the legend, Thanasis Antetokounmpo. How are you doing today, my guy?
So what's up, guys? What's up, fellas? I'm feeling great, man. Told you it's my first time on a podcast.
Yeah, I had to expose you a little bit.
Feel excited. Let's get it. Legendary.
So everyone knows, as most of you guys probably know, me and Thanasis work together. We style together during the season. And we met last February. I think, yes, because I was we met on my birthday. I came to your house on my birthday.
Yes.
But since meeting you, and I'm not a fan of any basketball players really, but you are my favorite basketball player. I am a fan of you now.
Don't make other people jealous, man. No.
Okay, I mean, we'll hop into it though. So you're in Europe right now. What has your off season been like? What is the Antetokounmpo off season?
Man, it's been crazy. Just working on some stuff. I don't want to give away the secrets, but just working on basketball stuff. A little bit of business, a little bit of everything. But just spending time with family. That's the most important thing.
That's what's up. Speaking of family, I finally got around to watching Rise last night, and it was so awesome. I can't believe you had a movie before you've been on a podcast. That doesn't add up to me.
But yeah.
Like you kind of went out of order there.
You got to give me time to explain it. One of the reasons it's my first time on a podcast is because a lot of people ask me after the podcast kind of phase started, a lot of people ask me and a lot of times I wanted to say yes. It's just I didn't have no time. Everything we're doing, and the other thing was, I don't know if I'm interesting to talk about, man. I don't know what I don't know if I'm. I don't know what to say. I mean, in person, but definitely, we will sit down and talk.
Yes, like we were saying before we started recording, I've listened to you talk with full energy at 3 or 4 in the morning. You always have energy. You were actually built to podcast, bro. This is just practice for when in 10 years you have your own podcast, and then me and Joe will come be guests on that.
I was going to say that. You're for sure gonna have your own podcast one day. It's
for
in
sure.
the books now.
No. I hop I'd rather hop with people and talk and but then just mine I can't.
Yeah. Speaking of the movie, I was watching it last night, and one thing I noticed is that the actor that played Thanasis had the best outfits out of anyone in the family. He had the backwards baseball caps, even on the court had the long sleeves under the jersey. Is that something that you made sure happened? You were accurate representation.
You know what's so crazy is that people a lot of people don't know this, but in the actual movie, those two the guys who play me and Giannis and they're actually brothers in real life.
Oh really?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
well that makes sense.
That's why they have really good chemistry, and they are kind of like me and Giannis, in real life, just a little bit. The backward hat or that's how when I was younger, I was that's how I dress. Just walk around. So,
bro, that's still how you dress. Dude, you took my Dodgers Kill the Hype hat and wore it for 30 games this year.
Oh man,
I love seeing that too. As being a friend of Ian's and knowing what his house and his closet looks like, and I get to see his clothes on actual people. I'm like, bro, what was it? There was I think it was Miles was wearing your bracelet or something like that, and I was like, bro, this is for sure your bracelet.
Yeah, that's one thing about styling is sometimes Thanasis, if you have sunglasses or a baseball cap or something, and I'm like, you could keep it. It's usually mine, but it usually just looks better. No, it usually looks better on you. So I'm like, shit, I guess he could keep the sunglasses. But yeah, anyway. Thanasis in the movie was so fly. That early 2000s swag was so different, which is still kind of how you dress, to be honest. But
new school, old school, kind of both.
Yeah. It made me think though, like growing up, you obviously had like less resources. Your family was immigrants in Greece. Like, how did you, despite having less resources, like how did you manage to like stay fly?
I feel like, and obviously you guys know this, you guys have so much experience in fashion and, you see this every day, but I'm going to feel like fashion is what you express, how you express yourself. It doesn't have to do with, luxury brands or, like athletic apparel, like street apparel. I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying, but, it doesn't have to do with what you're going to wear exactly. It's more how you express yourself through the outfit, what you wear, So I kind of feel like, you express, how you feel, how you are as a person.
It's kind of like, like now what you're not. I feel like, is it kind of what you're saying is like it's not what you wear, it's kind of how you wear it in a way.
And who you
Some
are.
people are just naturally fly. Some people are just naturally fly.
It's so crazy, Joe. You say this. So I had somebody, I was doing some, how do you say this? Like life coaching and just, learning stuff, lessons about life. And somebody told me like, you can't teach nobody, like somebody, how to be cool, bro. You just can't.
That earlier too. Yeah.
You can't. It's impossible. Like I can't teach you how to be cool. As much as I like put things on you, like dress or is, So I kind of feel like everybody has their own. And when I say cool, it's not the mainstream what you see. I kind of feel like it's what you express to yourself because everybody's cool. Everybody has their own coolness. Have their own like swag or their whole like. I don't know how they call it in the US, but
so
like
you're
demeanor.
pretty. You were born pretty cool. That is what you're saying. Nobody taught you how to be cool.
Oh no, I think my brothers definitely taught me how to be cool, man. Like
come on, bro. You're the big brother.
Yeah,
you're the big brother. You know how this goes. We watched the movie. I know all your secrets now. You taught them how
I
to
know
be
all your
cool.
secrets now. Oh God.
I know you were the swaggy one. I like what you were saying though about like, what style is just like self-expression. Cause like so many like painters, for example, like obviously they paint on like a canvas and so many painters will say like whatever they painted, it was like how they were feeling at the time. I think like outfits are like super similar to, you know what I mean? Cause I think I think I was telling you this, Joe, but there's fashion and then there's style. And fashion is like, Rick Owens and Louis Vuitton and Givenchy and keeping up with all these things. And then style is like the art and like the self-expression and like being cool. And I've discovered like, I don't know about you guys, but like I personally like style. I'm more into style than I am into fashion.
I grew into that phase to the point where like now, I forgot who I was telling, but like if I buy something, I have to do something to it. Like I have to cut it, I have to like put it inside out or flip it inside out. I have to do something to it. So it kind of is like the same thing you're talking about. Because like the fashion would be buying the pants, but like the style would be like me taking the pants to the kitchen and like cropping the bottoms and like cutting them up to be like different and like how I want them to be.
Yeah. Luckily for TA, all of his pants come already cropped.
They're already flooded.
I couldn't agree more with what you said because it's how you feel. And I know if we had this conversation, it was like, man, I'm in the playoffs. I'm not. You see, I'll go like with days that, like during the year, I'm like, okay, I will like wear something and feature something or like dress to go to a game, and then all of a sudden like we'll have like this conversation and be like, oh no, I'm not gonna wear nothing this next week because it's how I feel about myself and how I feel like, oh man, we're going to the playoffs. I'm not gonna wear anything now. I'm gonna wear it maybe a little bit later because for me, it's not to wait to say, okay, I'm keeping up. It's more of like how I feel. This moment, like whatever you see me wear, that's how I feel. That's how I feel at the moment, So it's what you said is 100%.
Have you ever had to make like a decision on the fly? Like I was gonna wear this, but now like I'm gonna wear this because I feel different. Like last minute before I leave the house.
All the time, bro. All the time, and Ian knows this firsthand. He knows this,
even though we plan everything out. So real quick, I'm gonna let you finish, TA. But so every 2 or 3 weeks during the season, I come to you. We do probably 7 to 12 outfits, and then we plan out when he's gonna wear them, and we take into account the weather and things like that. And then I even make a little schedule with pictures we took in his apartment, and we've never actually done the plan.
Never goes according to plan.
It's never went It never went this boom boom. Never. So it's been
But walk us through that. It's because you wake up certain days, and I actually like that you do that because it matches how you feel. So walk us through that. You wake up in the morning. You're like, okay, you have a few options, and you might have a black leather jacket. You might have a colorful kid super jacket, and you make that call.
Yeah, exactly, and it all depends too. I wake up in the morning, and then I go to tell myself okay, I go through my game routine. Right. The crazy part is I've started to with my family too. So if something disrupts that, I'm my whole day is oh shoot, now I gotta. I'm scrambling, so I do everything like this, and then before I go to the game, I'm okay, I want to wear something that makes me feel good about myself, makes me feel nice, express myself how I'm feeling on the day, the day. So kind of goes like that. But most of the times, because the plan, we'll right down me and Ian. It's been, first of all, I've never done this before. This is my first year that I started wearing stuff. Started saying to myself, you know what, I'm gonna actually wear stuff to the game. It's always been, I've always had just like my brother, the Nike Tech fleece on deck.
Yeah. Which can't fault you for that. That is cozy.
It is cozy, this my number one outfit. But after that, I was Ian, the way Ian had me express myself through clothing, through fashion, made me love it so much, and then I just started. But the crazy part is that it's fluent. It's not what you see, it's not staged. It's not we a company comes up to me and says Thanasis, you're playing the Warriors. I want you to wear this. I'm not gonna wear it. I don't care. It's how I feel, and how Ian knows this. How I feel. It's the All-Star game. We need you to wear this. No, I go off. Okay, guys, I like the shirt. I like what you guys are giving me. I'm gonna rock it, and I'm gonna rock it on. Just give me 2 months. I'll figure that day, and I'm gonna rock it, and you'll see it. That's how kind of.
It's authentic, and you kind of touched on this earlier, and I want to see if we can get an answer for it. But you said that you went from wearing sweatsuits and tech fleece to wanting to put on clothes. And I know you mentioned that Ian helped you with your style and everything. But was there or what was the conscious decision for you where you were nah, I actually do want to start dressing up? Why was that?
I think it kind of was 3 reasons. Number one was Ian, first of all, because I'm not.
You're giving me too much credit because you were dressing up even before we met.
I was, but the thing with that was that I've never talked to stylists before in my life. I've never done this. I'm not from I'm from the US. I don't really have that we're not we don't really keep up like that. So okay, I want to talk to style. I wanted to see, and I kind of feel we clicked, and he was okay, I'm gonna bring 10 outfits. And let's see, maybe you can keep 1 or 2 and see if you like them. And I ended up keeping all of them because all of them they all look good. That's how I'm not even kidding. They all look great. So I was okay. And then I started getting into fashion more and more. And then I liked it. It's something outside of basketball, which I only do basketball and the businesses and the business side of it. And I loved it. That's the second reason, I love fashion. And the third is it just opened so many things for me, man. After 2 months of me wearing, clothes like this, I had from Montclair to Dolce & Gabbana for me to walk to Fashion Week, all these things that I was I didn't have time to do, but because I eventually didn't do them, but I had all these things. I was okay, this is. It's actually okay. I don't know. I'm good at it or I'm not. I don't know. So,
you are good at it. Also, bro, you're a natural model. You realize you're the only player in the NBA that smiles in the tunnel, right?
Really?
Dude, you are the only player that like walking through the tunnel when they take the picture. Because everyone, that's the whole thing. All the players care so much about the camera, but they pretend they don't see it. You're the only one that looks into the camera and smiles. Like I'd say 90% of the games.
Of course, I look
like,
good. Well,
you're made for this.
No, okay, maybe. You know what it is though, because I mean, I kind of feel like I'm happy. Like I'm wearing it, I'm happy. So there's no reason for me not to smile. And plus, like I'm not trying to look cool. If I was trying to look out like, what was that Zoolander face?
Yes. But for you, being cool like is smiling. Like if you tried to like mean mug or something,
I can't be. I can like not fake, but I can like be. Some like another way. So
right. You do mean mug on the court though.
Yeah, of course. That's different.
You'd be like, if you'll like get in, you'll dunk on somebody, and you're like, I'm like, who is that?
That's a family trait. That's that's an autopilot. That's not even like sometimes people kind of think like, oh my god, I'm the nicest dude ever, bro. I never. But it's different when we step on the court. It's different. I'm not there to, it's different.
I know. When I watch you play, you go like Super Saiyan mode. I'm like, who is this guy like talking shit to Tristan Thompson right now? Like, who is that? That is not the Thanasis I know.
First of all, I'm not talking shit. It's back and forth. Most of the time, people see this on TV and they see like let's say, oh man, hey, let that rebound go, or whatever. Like, you might say something to each other, and it might look like we're talking trash. We're not talking trash. This is basketball, bro. We're supposed to like say something.
Yeah, because once the game ends, it's all fun. I'm the same way, bro. I don't play in the NBA, but I'll be at Venice Beach talking crazy. But then the second the game ends, we're all hovies. Speaking of which, if we got to get you to LA before national team, and you got to come play in Venice Beach. Somehow we got to make it happen.
Let's see.
You brought up your brothers though. You guys all have the trait of smiley dudes, but when you're on the court, it's that mean mug. So there's 5 of you. If you had to rank you guys for fashion, best to worst, including yourself, who are you? What's the order?
First of all, we got to take Giannis out of the question. He's just a category by himself. Like this.
You got it.
You can't put him in because he's different, bro. He just wants to wear Nike Take Fleece, and that's it. That's like no, not just that, but he just has a different like. We got to take him out. So let's go with the other 4. I would put Kostas. I could put Kostas number 1. I would put Kostas number 1 because he has really like a good eye for style, and he's been doing like he kind of went to college here. To Dayton, and he kind of like had a different mentality, like growing up in the U.S. Just growing up, he didn't grow up in the U.S., but like the States. I came to the U.S. when I was like 21 years old, so it's kind of older to the whole like. And Alex keeps up with the trends and everything, like from from what's coming out, like all this brand, and so. But I would say I'm in between third or fourth.
You're being humble. You're being humble.
I'll say why. Because I say this because I actually like, I have my secret weapon, which is the guy on the left, down on the left screen, Ian. So
we work together, though.
They don't have him yet. So it's kind of like I'm way ahead.
We got to see Ian style the whole like Antetokounmpos, like all of them. Just that'd be amazing.
We'll try. We'll see.
Thanasis is my favorite.
But everybody has their own style, though.
Yeah, that's what I like about, because I remember one of my favorite pictures of you this year was at All-Star Weekend. It was you and Alex. And you guys, like, he was wearing like the skinny jeans and the Dior's, and you were wearing like the baggy brown pants. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, with the hat,
you were wearing the hat and the baggy brown pants. He had the skinny jeans, the big puffer vest.
The vest, yes. The vest.
Yeah, and you had like the skinny vest. So you guys were wearing like the same outfit, but it was like complete opposite fits on every piece. And that was like one of my favorite photos this year because it just showed like the differences between like the same vibe but different energies, if that makes sense. Speaking of like some of our, like our favorite moments, I want to go. What are some of your favorite fashion moments you've had? You know, either that we've done together or you've done on your own, and then your least memorable, and that could be something we've done together or on your own.
Okay, so I definitely have two. I think the first one is the first day we like kind of did like it was you were like, okay, let's try all these outfits, and I was like, oh shoot, they're actually nice. They're actually my size. You know, it's tough for a guy who's like 6'7" to find stuff his size and to actually look good and everything. So it's kind of
dude. That first day that we met was intense. By the way, you're like your mom was there. Like I was like, oh, he has to look good. His mom is there. I was so nervous that I.
No, my mom calls me a mannequin. That's my nickname. I told you this. My nickname is a mannequin. That's my nickname.
Oh my gosh! But yeah, so the first outfit was the tiger shirt, right?
Yeah, tiger here, and that one, and then one of my other favorite moments that I kind of did. It was like 2 months ago. I actually went and visited to the NBPA. You know, we kind of went to Milan, and I had I'm doing this clothing brand which I'll talk about. But I kind of went there, and I got to see like the factory of Missoni, like how they build. I got to see like exclusive inside the brand of Dolce & Gabbana, and see like what's going on in the new stuff is gonna come. So it was kind of like it was crazy to me to be on the east side part of it, and then just before they bring it out to the world and see like what they're gonna do. So it was great, man. It's been amazing.
Yeah, it's easier to have like a better like appreciation for clothes when you see like where they come from and the creative behind it and how they're made. That's something I'm really interested in too.
Exactly.
Okay, least memorable outfit.
Least.
You can pick one I did if you want.
Yeah,
or one that we did.
I don't have a least favorite. That's
okay.
I mean, I have a favorite one, but listen, if it's least, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm not gonna. I don't. It makes me. I'm not joking. I'm not gonna wear it if I don't feel good. I'm not gonna wear it because it doesn't express me. I'm a positive, vibey person. I have a lot of energy. I'm like really like motivated. Like I'm wearing something I don't like. I'm just stay home. Not stay home. I'm not gonna wear this. I'm gonna wear something different.
I feel that. Yeah, you always have like the fallback plan. Like you got the Nike deal. You could always fall back if you need something.
And Nike has some nice stuff too. But
of course, definitely. You are the ironic thing about like Milwaukee isn't known as being like a New York or LA when it comes to fashion, but like some of the most fashionable players have played there. Like obviously you. Right now, you guys have Serge Ibaka. You've played with PJ Tucker and Axel, all like big fashion guys.
You definitely got you got to have my brother Bobby Portis. I mean, I'm making dress. Bobby West, these guys can dress, yo.
Yeah, Wes can low key dress. I forget about Wes sometimes.
Yeah.
So what's it like in the locker room because you have so many guys that like take dressing up before the games pretty seriously. Like when you guys walk in, like. Are guys like a PJ or Serge or Wes, like, or even a you, like, are you guys like saying anything, like making remarks on what other guys are wearing or anything like that?
Man, it's sometimes it kind of depends the kind of the game we're playing. If we're playing a good game, we kind of, we stay locked in. Most of the games we were like, locked in, but sometimes we're like, oh man, would you like me? First off, like, hey man, would you get that shirt? Or, but we just go back and forth. But I think like we've had some guys who can really like, just like, PJ. Like I think one of the reasons too that I started doing this, like, it was PJ, Bobby, all these guys that, have this like, this American swag, American coolness about them, just, just something different, which I'm not used to because I'm not from here. So, just seeing them do it and made me feel even more comfortable saying like, okay, I mean, they're next to me, so I probably might be able to rock something too. So it was kind of like a chain reaction. Say.
That's cool. So everyone's like pretty supportive of like the outfits everyone wears. Like,
oh yeah, it always depends. If you wear something that, okay, but the thing is, to my opinion, always, I don't feel like there is something that if somebody wears and if you feel good, nobody else can tell you anything. Nobody else can tell you anything.
Facts, 100%.
Nobody else can tell you anything because sometimes you'll be like, oh man, how did he wear this? Trust me, he was rocking it and he felt good. He made it look good. It doesn't, you can't use nothing you can say.
When I have like a good outfit on, just like everything goes better. Like, you know what I mean? Like just everything goes better. Like if I'm like going grocery shopping, like I'm going to Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or whatever, like I got a good outfit on, like I'm going to be efficient in there. Like it's, you ever heard the expression look good, play good?
Yeah.
They say you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. Do you believe like that's like a proven science? Like when you feel a little bit better come into the game, do you maybe play a little bit better too?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't know about that, but I know like, when you get like a new pair of shoes, you always do better. You always like, oh, make him in. Always better.
Yeah.
It's true. Like since when you were young, you like get a new pair of sneakers, you're like, let me try them out. Instantly, you're feeling better with yourself. It's just...
That's kind of like the same thing in a way.
Yeah, definitely. I forgot that you are like a big sneaker guy. You have the world's messiest shoe closet. It's like
no. Hey, it was messy when you came. It's not. I just moved.
Okay. Well, congrats. I'm excited to see the new shoe closet. I'm not going to believe you until I see it.
Yeah.
But give us because you're even way more into sneakers than I am. You know, like a lot about sneakers. What's like your, I don't know, starting 5 sneaker rotation? It could be basketball sneakers, off-court sneakers, but like your starting 5.
Obviously, I wear some Zoom Freaks for sure. Like it depends on the one. The one is like a classic for me. Then I got Air Forces, white or black. You can pick. I don't like. I rock them because they go with like the pants. With the pants where like they go really good with it, and jeans. And then I want to go with the All Stars, like Converse. I like it. All Star Converse as a third. Yeah, because you can wear it with anything. Then
we were just talking about
that. Fourth, literally anything. Or go with literally anything. Like I could change like 25 outfits. Still wear All Stars.
My favorite outfit we did together was the one that was in New York Magazine, where you wore the long jacket with the chucks.
With the chucks. Chucks. I'm sorry, that's the word. Chucks.
Yeah.
Chucks. Yes.
Okay, so we got the Freak ones, Air Force ones, chucks, and 2 more slots.
2 more slots. I would have put like boots, but I don't have a specific. It's like I think we had we did a pair.
We wore Doc Martin boots this year.
Doc Martens. We did those. I love them.
Yeah, it's such a nice change up, isn't it?
Great. Yeah. It was good. And then for 5th, I got to go with the Air Maxes. Air Max is just 90. Air Max 90. Just that's mostly European style of like Air Maxes. So.
I was Air Max 90s too in high school. That was my thing.
All I wore in high school was Air Maxes, bro. I had 2 pairs of Air Maxes, and I wore them like every day for like 3 years, and they were just like, by the time I like retired them, they were just like destroyed because I played basketball in them. Like I beat my shoes up. That's one thing about me is I wear my sneakers. Any pair of sneakers I have will get destroyed one way or another.
Love that.
Like I am not the type of guy that like because you like keep the boxes and like you put them back in the box and things like that, bro. I skateboard in my shoes. I play basketball in my shoes. Like even my non-basketball shoes, I'll end up playing basketball in one way or another. I love beating up my sneakers. I know you got to run soon, but before we go, what are just some of your goals for fashion in the next year and then in basketball for the next year?
I mean, basketball is easy, man. I just want to be better every day, every year. Just get better every year. Hopefully, get some more playing time. That'll be nice, And the most important thing is just I'm okay. Just be okay with yourself and just stay motivated, stay ready. And be the best version control. That's all you can do. As pertains to basketball, but for fashion, kind of feel like I want to like even like open like create more art. I want to create more art. Like I want to like do more outfits if I can. You know, it just depends on how I feel too. You know, I can't dress every day. I can't wear stuff every day. But you know, more stuff. I actually wanted to do like and then in the end of the year, my goal is to like do like I would like to do a fashion in Greece and invite like the start, like, you know, you got who's the starting five, like, you know, Devin, PJ, all like everybody, like just invite all of the guys, you know. And I think I was really like dressed really nice in the league is Jay Crowder. Like Jay Crowder, like really, like I love his style. Like I don't know if you've noticed, you don't see him a lot, but I like his style. Like I want to invite like a lot of guys from the league to first of all invite them to Greece, because I kind of feel like, you know, we all play during the season, but we don't get to like talk, like to kind of see each other, which I understand because you know we go overseas, they, you know, in different places in LA, Miami, New York, working out, stuff like that. But I would like to do an event like that and bring everybody to Greece and you guys, and you know, we get to do like a fashion thing and just, you know, have fun, like a really nice weekend or week, you know, something like that. Would be nice.
And
you know, just bring everybody together.
An Antetokounmpo's fashion runway.
Yeah, but we won't call it that. We won't call it that. But it's more for like, you know, people. I mean, we all love fashion. I mean, apart from basketball, that, you know, brings us together, and you know, we're competitors. We're brothers. You know, we all belong to the brotherhood of the NBA, and you know, the US. But just there's a lot of guys who love fashion, you know, and we're kind of in the same sport and everything. It would be nice.
Yeah, it's cool. Just like basketball brings people together, like style does too. And you don't even have to like dress the same. Like some of my favorite dress players, like obviously you, but like I love like Kyle Kuzma, who I would never dress like, but like I love like looking at him, really or PJ, I like all those guys. Like I love, or even like me and Joe. Style is what made us close. It's what made you and I close. So I love like basketball style. Like these are all just things that bring people together. So I think that's such a dope thing.
Oh, it's you know, I think it's, you know, I never understood this till like I started, like I was wearing things, and when my whole because I don't check it anymore. It's more for like, you know, networking. But my whole social media would be like flood with messages like, oh my God, what are you gonna wear next? What you gonna do next? I was like, I never knew it was going to be like this. And I just thought it was like, okay, I'll just wear something and okay, that's it. You know, but you know, people love it. And then I understood how much like the NBA has done for fashion, like how much like has like changed the trajectory of fashion sports towards like, you know, like towards a better place, like not to something different. You know, it's everything. You see everything. You see from suits to tie to rock star outfits to, you know, wearing knits to wearing vests to you go see anything, you know, and that's because of sports. That's because of people who look up to us. And now people don't look up to us only for the sports to say, okay, that's my favorite player. They kind of look up to us to say like, oh my God, look at it, like, I like how this guy dresses, or I like how trying to see what he's going to wear next because I want to wear kind of the same thing, you know? So it's insane.
That's what's up. Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good thing that athlete, because dude, even 10 years ago, 5 years ago, like you weren't seeing like a ton of basketball players at the fashion weeks and being featured on like the, you know, like the GQs of the world. I mean, GQ maybe, but like, you know, there's the different like fashion Instagram accounts and things like that. But now like all the fashion Instagrams, like they're full of basketball players, full of football players. Like Fashion Week has all these guys, and the Players Association is taking you guys to Milan. Like it's like a full circle thing. Like you guys are very much not just stars on the court, but like able to become stars off the court, which I love so much.
I mean, this is crazy. I get to, like, even in Greece, you know, everybody in Greece they were going crazy. They were asking like, oh, you know, I was in like, this is what I'm gonna wear next. And I was like, that's insane. Like it's global. It's not just, you know, US. It's not just like, okay, if you're not in the fashion show in Milan.
Well, dude, of course, Europe is super fashionable. Mm-hmm. Like, don't forget, America, we get so many of our trends from Europe. Wait, okay, this is totally random, but Richard, our friend, Happa Blonde, texted me this the other day. Do you know what Reddit? Have you ever used Reddit?
Yeah, I've seen it on Google. I've never used it.
But like, you know what Reddit is?
Yeah.
So there's like an official Greece subreddit, and where people just talk about things related to Greece. And one of the things was like, who should run for prime minister? And you can like upvote things. You upvote and downvote on Reddit. And did you know you were the highest person?
Oh. Prime Minister.
So if you ever ran for prime minister of Greece, I want you. Could you be like the first prime minister to like wear like a rock star outfit to campaign, like leather jacket, and ripped jeans on the campaign?
No, I'm a person. I mean, obviously you never say never, but I'm a person who like politics is this way.
Happy.
Politics is this way. I'm this way.
You are so opposite.
Same.
Yeah,
but if you did,
I'm different, man.
If you did, we do like, I want to do like green and purple velvet suits, like sneakers and suits. Like
first of all, I'm open. Like Joe, I don't know if you told. Like I'm open to anything. I don't care. As long as I feel good about it, I don't care.
Yeah, you'll push the boundaries. That was like, I don't want to say I was surprised, but I didn't really know you, so I was surprised. Like you were down for anything, really. Like, and that's because everyone's moods are different on different days, which like I've even seen with like you, like, there's certain days where you're like, Ian, you're texting me, you're like, it's 2-2 in a playoff series. I'm not wearing this like rainbow jackets. And then there's other days you're like, yo, we chilling in Sacramento. Let's go crazy. Like, so we all have such a range of emotions, so we should have a range of wardrobe options too, right?
That's how it is, brother. That's how it is.
Yeah. Well, dude, I just want to say thank you so much.
Bro, thank you, man. It's my first time. You made me feel so comfortable in the podcast, man. Thank you so much.
You're natural at it, though. Like,
you're
gonna have
my
a
guy.
podcast one day. You're gonna kill it. Like you're natural.
And we didn't even let Joe talk. I know it was me and you, man.
I'm chilling. It was like a conversation. It was beautiful though. Got some gems.
Don't worry.
You got to bring Joe with to one of the sessions where we during the season, but you got to bring him with you.
I got. You know what?
Next time you're in the Bay or LA, we'll do a fitting out here, and I'll bring Joe.
Okay.
My God.
Let's get it. Definitely.
All right. Peace, TA. Mr. Bro, excited to see you soon.
Thank you guys.
All right, man.
Be safe.
Yo, go follow Survival of the Fitted wherever you get your podcasts. And then have 3 of your friends follow the podcast. And then have 3 of their friends follow the podcast. And then boom, it's the LeagueFits pyramid.